Hey, my name is Chris Martin and I help run Lifeway Social. This week we're going to talk about Facebook data and how you can protect yours. So, last week we spent some time looking at what data Facebook has on you. We looked at how they find out about everything about you, your anniversary, your birthday, where you work, what your religious beliefs are, all of that. And this week I want to help you better understand how to protect as much of that data as possible. So, um, depending on your preferences and how you feel about Facebook and social media, you're going to have different feelings about what you want to do with the data that you post there. A lot of what you post there, you can't really protect from Facebook specifically because just by posting a status update, you're giving Facebook your data. You can't protect it from Facebook a whole lot because everything you put there is accessible by Facebook. But what you can do is you can take some steps to protect the information or content that you post to be used or seen by people you may not want to see it. So you can decide who sees your status updates. You can decide what data Facebook delivers to advertisers, and things like that. So quickly, let's run through some of these steps. So I'm not going to show you a diagram or anything like that. You can go to the blog post called "How to Change Your Privacy Settings on Facebook and Secure Your Data," where I talk about this and even show some screenshots as to what this looks like. So you can follow along there if you want. But the first way that you can keep some of your data safe on Facebook is by restricting content audience. This is when you go to post a status update on Facebook, you'll see like a little drop down next to the post button. It says public or friends or things like that. You can decide who you want to see your content. If you leave it on public, which I think is the default, anyone in the world could come to your Facebook profile and see that post, even if they're not friends with you. They could just Google it or find it by browsing around Facebook. If you want to lock it down, which you may want to, if you want to secure that a little bit and keep everyone from being able to see it, you can just make it friends so friends can see it, or friends except some, or some specific friends, or even more customized options. So if you don't want everyone in the world to be able to read your Facebook content, you can change that setting there. Now, beyond that, beyond just the content you put in a status update, what else can you do? Well, you can go to the privacy section. So in the settings you click the upper right drop down arrow and you get onto settings. You click the privacy section. Here it's similar to what we just talked about, but it's even more in depth. So you can choose how people can find you. You can say, I don't want people to be able to search my email address and find me, or I don't want people to find out how many friends I have or who my friends are. I don't want search engines to be able to find my Facebook profile. That's all stuff that you can change so that people have a harder time finding you. I made that stuff as like private as possible because I don't want people, you never know what's going to happen. I don't want people to be able to find me just because they want to, harass me or something. I don't know. I post a lot of content online and do a lot of things kind of publicly. So I just want to keep my Facebook stuff kind of as narrow as I can outside of some of my posts that might be promoting a book or something like that. So I lock down that privacy section pretty well. Then the third one that's really interesting is the ads section. So if you go back to like settings and click on the ads section instead of the privacy section, you can find what information Facebook's giving to advertisers or how Facebook is categorizing you to advertisers. So in mine, it says, relationship status, employer, job title, education. In the past, all of those have been switched on. So advertisers could tell that I was married, or advertisers could tell what my job was, or things like that. I've since turned all that off, like recently turned all that off so that you can't target me based on those things. Now, Facebook would say, well, then the ads you're going to get aren't going to be very relevant, and that's going to annoy you. Because Facebook's sneaky in their PR and their messaging, so they try to make it sound like we're going to do you a favor by taking your information and giving it to advertisers, because then we're just giving you ads that are interesting to you. Well, yes, that is true, but they're also giving your data to advertisers, and they would say, "No, we're not selling data to advertisers." That's true. The advertisers don't know that they're targeting Chris Martin when they get the data of people who are married or people who are marketers. They don't know that it's me, but they are being able to target me. If I don't give away that data or give Facebook access to that data for its advertisers, they can't target me with that kind of stuff. It's some people might think it's really silly. It's important to me. And then there's also the ad settings section where where it says you can lock down who can target you based on the actions you take, or the Facebook products you use elsewhere, so Instagram and things like that. You can say, I don't want Facebook to track me on these sites, or I don't want Facebook to do this, that, or the other. I lock that stuff down and say, no, Facebook's not allowed to do that. Facebook's not allowed to do that. All that stuff is default on, last I checked. So you have to go through and turn that stuff off. Might sound confusing. That's okay. That's understandable because you kind of have to see it to understand it. That's why I would suggest, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the link in the description on how to, the blog post that has screenshots of what this stuff looks like, so you have an idea of where to find it. Facebook made about $12 billion selling ads this quarter. In the first quarter of the 2018 fiscal year, they made $12 billion on giving your data to advertisers to use to market to you. That's a lot of money. And I think we need to be, not that we need to keep our data from Facebook. That's a personal thing that you have to decide for yourself. But we have to just be aware. I think we got to be aware of that, because then when Facebook accidentally mishandles our data, we need to know that we allowed them to do so. So that's been it for this week. I hope it's been helpful, and have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.